Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel KT Math World.
Today, firstly we see two formula. Formula for 1 upon x. Okay. Simple thing is that you can see formula for 1 upon x. Easy to remember, cosec inverse x that is equal to sine inverse 1 upon x. X is almost like a reciprocal function, sine theta that is 1 over cosec theta, something like that. But just here angle goes in reciprocal. Okay, so for inverse function only angle goes in reciprocal. So cosec inverse x that is sine inverse 1 over x. Function change, reciprocal function and reciprocal of this number also, angle also we can say. Same way sec inverse x. So sec, reciprocal function of sec, that is cos. So we can remember by this way cos inverse of 1 over x. Same way cot inverse x, that is equal to tan inverse 1 over x. Here this is the important result for us. Tan inverse 1 over x whenever x is greater than 0. Whenever x is greater than 0. And whenever x is less than 0, you can see pi plus tan inverse of 1 upon x. It means you can easily remember this one also. Nothing to remember for all these formula. You can see just function 1 over x, it means reciprocal number, so function will be reciprocal and we can say angle will be reciprocal. To remember, this is the trick for to remember the formula. So cosec inverse x, that is sine inverse 1 over x. Same as sec inverse, so reciprocal of that is cos, so cos inverse we can say 1 over x. So cot inverse, same way tan inverse 1 over x, but this is only for x greater than 0. So only we have to remember for third result. Okay, and you got pi plus tan inverse 1 over x whenever x is less than 0. So nothing to remember for all these three. We can say just write a reciprocal function with a reciprocal angle. Just remember only for this. But when the condition is important, whenever x is less than 0, you got tan inverse 1 over x plus pi. Same way, see few more formula. This time formula for minus x, angle is negative, you can see. Okay, this time formula for minus x. So you can see I have highlighted it with red color. You can see for all these three, you can see all these three functions: sine inverse minus x, cosec inverse minus x, tan inverse minus x. So if you notice or if you have seen the first and second lecture, then all three functions are first group function. And in first group function you can see for negative angle you got only minus sign outside. You can see directly minus of sine inverse of x. You can see minus of sine inverse x. Same way minus of cosec inverse x and minus of tan inverse x. It means for first group function, whenever angle is negative, that negative sign directly outside. Now same way for second group, you can see for the second group, if you remember it properly, then for second group you got second quadrant pi minus theta. If you remember it, for second group negative angle, you got second quadrant and form is pi minus theta. That's why you got here pi minus. It means negative sign also outside. You can see negative sign outside as well as you got pi. Why? Due to this pi minus theta. So you got here pi minus. You can see. Okay. In short, for second group function, negative angle, second group function and negative angle, second group function and negative angle, then you got pi minus. It means minus sign outside. For all the 6 result you got minus sign outside, but for second group you got plus pi extra. You can see in this 3 result you got only plus pi. Why? Because this is second group function, that's why. Okay, and minus sign directly outside for all these. It means for second group function you have to just add plus pi. Okay, this way you can remember. Okay, see, if you see these conditions are there, how to remember this condition? If you remember the domain and range properly, let me clear the ink. How to remember all these conditions? You can see. Okay, so sine inverse. What is the domain for sine inverse x? Domain for sine inverse x. This is the domain. Close interval minus 1. That's why here close interval minus 1. Cosec inverse x. What is domain for cosec inverse x? You can see here r minus minus 1. Open interval. That's why this is the condition there. For tan inverse, what is domain? R. You can see by the same way. Cos inverse. What is the domain for cos inverse? Also minus 1 to 1. Close interval. Sec inverse. What is the domain? R minus open interval minus 1. And for cot inverse by the same way you got domain is. Okay, so nothing to remember for this. Here also cosec inverse, that's why your domain is which one? R minus minus 1. Sec inverse, then what is your domain? Again same way, R minus minus 1. And for cot inverse, what is your domain? R. So this is your positive value and this is your negative value. Just here x equals to 0 is excluded because cot 0, what is the value of cot 0? Why this 0 value is excluded? Cot 0, it means cos 0 over sin 0. And what is sin 0? Sin 0, that is undefined. Sorry, sin 0, that is 0, and cos 0, that is 1. So 1 over 0, so that value is undefined. That's why here x equals to 0 is excluded. Okay. Now to more formula, complementator numbers. Complementator numbers, it means sum of those numbers whose sum becomes pi by 2. Sum of two numbers whose sum is pi by 2. Whose sum is pi by 2. Okay, so firstly we know that at pi by 2 sine convert to cos function in trigonometry. Sine convert to cos, cosec convert to sec, tan convert to cot. This is the trick to remember the next 3 formula. You can see now. Okay, you can see sine convert to cos at pi by 2. So sum complementator, it means sum is pi by 2. Okay, so you got answer pi by 2. Pi by 2 for all these 3. Sum of these two, so sine plus cos, that is pi by 2. We can see same way cosec plus sec, that is also pi by 2. Tan plus cot, that is also pi by 2. But you have to remember these for inverse function. Inverse function. Okay, all these are inverse functions. So this way you can easily remember. How to remember? At pi by 2, we know that we have seen in standard 11 that sine convert to cos, cosec convert to sec, tan convert to cot. So we can use that logic and we can easily remember this formula: cos inverse plus sine inverse, that is pi by 2, sec inverse plus cosec inverse, that is pi by 2. By the same way, cot inverse x plus tan inverse x, that is also pi by 2. Okay. Now hope you understood why this condition is being given. What is the domain for sine inverse and cos inverse? Close interval minus 1. What is domain for sec inverse and cosec inverse? R minus open interval minus 1 1. And domain for tan inverse, that is R. That's why here x belongs to R is there. Okay. Okay. See another formula. Formula for addition and subtraction of tan inverse. Okay. you can see here three formulas together, three formulas written together. This is the important condition. If x greater than 0 and y greater than 0, this is the important thing. Then you can, whenever x greater than 0 and y greater than 0 is given, then you can use the formula, otherwise no. So here x greater than, this x is positive, this y is positive, then you can apply the addition formula of tan inverse. Tan inverse x plus tan inverse y. Three formula is there. Three formula is there. Three answers are there, you can see. Okay. How to remember? You can see, if you see it properly, then x into y, x into y, x into y. Condition is there on which one x into y. So firstly check the product. Firstly check the product x into y. If your product x into y less than 1, product is less than 1, you can see here. Your product is less than 1, then you can use tan inverse of which formula? Addition x plus y over 1 minus product of these two. It means in numerator you got addition, in denominator you got product, but 1 minus, here plus, then you got here minus, you can see. Okay, so whenever that product is less than 1, product of which two? Product of x and y is less than 1, then you can use first result, tan inverse of addition of these two over 1 minus product of these two, x and y. Okay. Same way, whenever your product of x and y, whenever your product of x into y is greater than 1, then you have to, nothing to remember, just you got pi extra, pi plus, in addition you got pi plus. Same result is there. Same result is there, but you got plus pi extra. When you have to put plus pi extra? Whenever your product x into y is greater than 1. And whenever x into y equals to 1, you got answer 1. Why this happen? Okay, why this happen? This is very clear and very obvious reason. X into y equals to 1. It means you got y equals to 1 over x. Y equals to 1 over x. If you use that y equals to 1 over x, then here you got which value? Plus tan inverse of which one? 1 over x. Earlier we have seen the formula for 1 over x. What is the formula for tan inverse 1 over x? We can use which formula? Cot inverse of x. For which one? For this one. And we can write for this one. This thing as it is. Okay, so you got which one? Tan inverse x. You got tan inverse x plus cot inverse x. We have seen the complementator formula earlier. This one, tan inverse x plus cot inverse x. What is the answer? You got pi by 2. That's why you got here answer pi by 2. Whenever your product is okay. So now, easy to remember. In numerator you got addition, while in denominator you got 1 minus product of that. 1 numerator you got addition of angle x plus. Okay, this way you can remember. Whenever x into y is less than 1, first formula, x into y greater than 1, then same formula but plus pi extra. This is the condition there. And x into y equals to 1, then you got answer is pi by. Answer is pi by. Okay, so easy to remember. Now see the last formula for this is the addition formula. You can see up to now we have seen the addition formula of tan inverse. So same way now subtraction formula now. So easy, here plus, in last formula whenever plus, then in numerator you got here plus also. Okay, you can see. So same way here minus, whenever you got minus, then here you got minus, you can see here. So tan inverse of x minus 5 over opposite sign in denominator. Whenever you have plus, then here you got opposite sign, you can see. So same way here also you got opposite sign of this one. You got 1, then opposite sign of this one. So 1 plus x into y. So this is the addition and subtraction formula is that. Okay. So this way you can remember. See another formula. Nothing to remember for all these three formula. If you remember the concept properly, then you can easily remember it. Okay, I am going to show only for first result. For the next two results, you can easily derive by the same way. Okay, we have seen this type of question. What you assume here x, so that you can set the formula. So clearly, if you replace x by tan theta, x by tan theta, then what you get? Cos inverse, right hand side result, cos inverse. What you get? 1 minus tan square over 1 plus tan square. I am not going to write full 1 minus tan square over 1 plus tan square. Okay, what is the formula for 1 minus tan square over 1 plus tan square? What is the formula? Cos 2 theta. Formula for which one? For this 1 minus tan square theta over 1 plus tan square theta. What is the answer? Cos 2 theta. Okay, now both are inverse of each other. So what should be the answer? 2 theta. Now what you assume earlier? You have assumed x equals to tan theta. So from this we can write theta equals to tan on this side converted to inverse function. So you got tan inverse x. So you got a value of, so we can replace that value here. So what we get here? 2 into theta, that is tan inverse x. You can see here. So that is your left hand side. Okay. So nothing to remember. This is the only the formula. What is your substitution? So tan. That's why you got 2 times tan inverse x. Same way, what you replace x here? So obviously tan. Then you get a formula. So 2 tan theta. That's why here you got 2 tan inverse x. What is the substitution here also? Then you can set the formula 2 tan theta over 1 minus tan square theta obviously. So x is terms of tan. That's why you got here 2 times tan inverse x. So this way you can easily remember. Okay. Now last few formula is there. These are the formula which is not given in your text. Okay, how to remember? No need to remember or no need to claim for this formula. Tan inverse x. So forget this inverse right now for understanding. So x, it means x upon 1 is there and function is tan is there. So we can say tan. Tan, it means opposite over adjacent. It means this is x and this is your y. Okay, what should be the hypotenuse? We can use Pythagorean law. So you got x square plus 1, x square plus 1. You can use Pythagorean law and you got this value, that is root of x square plus 1. Okay, now I want to write this value in terms of sine. Then in terms of sine inverse. Okay, here inverse is there, so every time you have to put inverse function. So if you want to write in terms of sine inverse, then sine, what is formula for sine? Opposite over hypotenuse. So this is your opposite value and this is your hypotenuse. So you got opposite over hypotenuse. It means x over 1 plus x. By the same way, for cos, what you can write for cos? Cos, it means adjacent over hypotenuse. Adjacent over hypotenuse, it means you got 1 over square root of x square plus. So this is the easiest way to remember this formula. Okay, same way, whatever I discussed right now, that thing you can see in this diagram also. Okay, so without wasting time, I am going to move quickly on next two formula. Same way as we discussed in first result, same way you can easily get a value. Suppose you want to discuss, then suppose I'm going to show for this result only. Cos inverse is there. Cos inverse, it means adjacent over hypotenuse. It means this is adjacent and this is your hypotenuse. What should be this value using Pythagorean law? So we can say this side square plus this side square. Suppose if we say this one as ABC, then AB square plus BC square. This value is not given. So suppose we say y, then y square plus x square, that is equals to 1. So y square will be 1 minus x square. So y will be square root of this. So that should be 1 minus x square. It means you got y. What you get? Y square root of 1 minus x square. Okay, now you want to write in terms of sine. In terms of sine, then sine equals opposite over hypotenuse. It means you got square root of 1 minus x square over 1. No need to write in denominator 1. Okay. Same way, suppose you want to write in tan inverse, then opposite over adjacent. It means you got square root of 1 minus x square over, so you can see. Okay. Same way you can easily remember this formula also. Okay. So now move on the next slide. Okay, this is a question number 7. Write the following function in the simplest form. Okay, so if you see this inner bracket square root 1 minus cos over 1 plus cos. What is the formula? I told you must remember formula 1 minus cos over 1 plus cos. What is the formula for 1 minus cos? What is the formula for 1 minus cos? 2 sin square x. Your angle is up, that's why you got x by 2. Okay, same way you got here 1 plus cos. What is the formula? 2 cos square of x by 2. So 2 got cancelled, and what you get? 10 square of x by 2. Otherwise you can replace the formula. You can see 1 minus cos x, that should be 2 sin square x by 2, and 1 plus cos x, that is 2 cos square x by 2. Hope you remember this formula. Okay, now 2 got cancelled, sin square over cos square. What is the answer? 10 square of x by 2. Okay, root of this one, so root will be positive, so you need to consider positive root. Here I am going to write modulus. Why this modulus is there? So I will discuss on this step at last. Okay, but as per your syllabus, no need to write modulus. You can directly consider positive. Okay, so tan inverse of 10x by 2. Okay, so now both are inverse of each other. You can skip this step. Okay, no need to write this step in exam. You can skip this step. Okay, so both are inverse of each other and condition is already given. Okay, why this condition is given? We can discuss on that later. No need to check the condition as per your syllabus. Okay, so now what should be the answer? Both are inverse, so what should be the answer? X by 2. Now I am going to discuss why this modulus is there. Okay, so root may be positive or may be negative. Square root is there, so modulus gives you either positive value or negative value. Okay, that's why here modulus is there. Okay, now in the next step I have considered positive root, positive modulus. Why? You can see here this condition is there, 0 is less than x is less than pi. Your x by 2 is there, so dividing by 2, so you got 0 is less than x by 2 is less than pi by 2. It means your x by 2 lies between 0 to pi by 2. Between 0 to pi by 2, it means first quadrant, and in first quadrant each function should be positive. So here tan function is there, so tan x by 2 should be positive. So we can say tan x by 2 is greater than 0. Greater than 0, that's why we can consider positive root. You got tan of x by 2. Moreover, you can see x by 2 between 0 to pi by 2 is there. And what is the range for tan inverse? Range for tan inverse is open interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. And right now you got x by 2 in which one? 0 to pi by 2. That already lies in this one. That's why you can directly write answer. Which one? X by 2. Okay. Whatever we discuss right now, that thing is written here. Whatever we discuss right now, that thing. Why this modulus? Due to this. Whatever we discuss, that is given here. Okay, no need to check this condition in exam. This is just for understanding. No need to check this condition in exam. Okay, now move on the next example. Write the following function in the simplest form. Similar question is there, and this is important question for exam also. Important question. tan inverse of this one. Okay, up to now whatever the question we have seen, we normally use this type of format. We normally try to set the functions so that both the functions are inverse of each other, like this: sine inverse of sine, cos inverse of cos, so that we can directly put the answer which one. Okay, so by the same way here outer function is tan inverse, so try to set everything in terms of tan so that you can get the answer easily. Okay, so outer function is tan inverse and we have to set in terms of tan. So when you get the thing in terms of tan, whenever you got sine over cos, then you get in terms of tan. So when this will happen, sine over cos, when it will occur. So when you got sine over cos, whenever you divide this whole bracket, whole this function by cos x. So that's why we will divide numerator and denominator by which one? Cos x. Okay, see, this is your next step. This is your question. Okay, and as we divide numerator and denominator by which one? Cos x. So cos over cos, that should be 1. Sine over cos, so that should be 10. Cos over cos, that is 1. Sine over cos, that is 10. Okay, still you are not getting everything in terms of 10 like this. Okay, so we need to set a formula here. Okay, for that you have the formula like this. You have one formula like this, either plus or maybe minus. Okay, wait a minute, I am going to discuss only the useful formula. Okay, we have the formula this one, tan of x minus y. What is the formula for this? Tan x minus tan y over 1 plus tan x into tan y. We know this formula, we have seen in standard 11. Okay, so same way, to set this kind of format here, you need 1 in denominator. So that one is already there. Then you get this function in terms of tan. But here 1 is there, you can see. So write this value to set this kind of format. Write this 1 in terms of tan. Okay, same way, if you notice your denominator, then tan into 10. Okay, so what to do? Here you have 1 minus tan x is there over 1 plus tan x is there. You can see this kind of format is here. Okay, we need to set format like this. 10, we require function in terms of 10. So 1, this one can be written as 10 pi by 4. So here I am going to write tan of pi by 4. Okay, then 10 into 10 required. So here 1 plus, this one also required, so this one as it is. Okay, now plus 10 into 10, this 10x is already there. 10x, it means this one. 10x, it means this function required. So here we require 10 pi by 4. Okay, what is 10 pi by 4? 10 pi by 4, that is 1. So you can consider this 10x as 1 into 10x. 1 into 10x, and that one can be written as tan of pi by 4. Okay, so now you can see, if you convert this format, to this one, then you will able to use this formula. Okay, so now firstly we will set this format. For that we will write this one as 10 pi by 4, and here 1 is hidden, so that one can be considered as 10 pi by 4. So see that thing in next. So 10 pi by 4 minus 10x over 1 plus 10 pi by 4 into 10x. Okay, now this is almost like 10x minus 10y over 1 plus 10x into 10y. So you got this kind of format. What is the formula? For that, what is the formula? Tan of x minus y. So we can write here tan inverse of tan of x, that is pi by 4, and y, that is x. So tan of pi by 4 minus x. Okay, So now both are inverse of each other, and as we discussed, no need to check the condition in exam. Whatever you get, you can put directly answer. What is the answer you got now? Pi by 4 minus 6. And if you want to check the condition, then how to check the condition? This is the condition given: minus pi by 4 less than x less than 3 pi by 4. Okay, if you see this angle, what is the angle there? Pi by 4 minus x. If you consider this as theta for your simplicity, this is your theta, tan inverse of tan theta, then answer should be theta. But whenever it lies in your range of tan inverse, it means whenever this theta lies in your range. What is your range? Minus pi by 2 to pi by, open it. Okay, so firstly we try to set this theta. Minus x required, so we need to multiply by minus. So we know that when we multiply by minus, inequality got changed. So you got here pi by 4 greater than minus x greater than minus 3 pi by 4. To write the interval format, we need to write inequality always in less than format. So that for that, write this inequality in reverse order in less than format. So we can write here minus 3 pi by 4 less than minus x less than pi by 4. Okay, what is required to set pi by 4 minus x? It means minus x already set. Now what is required? Plus pi by 4 required. So add plus pi by 4 in this inequality. So minus 3 pi by 4 plus pi by 4 is less than pi by 4 minus x is less than pi by 4 plus pi by 4. Okay, now when we consider LCM, pi by 4 minus 3 pi by 4, it is minus 2 pi by 4, and minus 2 pi by 4, that should be minus pi by 2. Same with pi by 4 minus x as it is, and pi by 4 plus pi by 4, that should be pi by 4. It means this angle pi by 4 minus x, you consider that as theta. So that theta lies in which one? Minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. You can see here. That's why we can write here answer pi by 4 minus x. Okay. No need to check this condition in exam. This is just for understanding. Okay. See the next example. Write the following function in the simplest form. Tan inverse of x over this. Okay. Whenever we have to get the simplest form, try to set the formula. Okay. When we able to set the formula, first thing. Okay, to set the formula, wherever constant is there. To set the formula, wherever constant is there, make the constant 1. Firstly, make the constant 1. So when constant becomes 1 here, whenever you divide this thing by a square, it means if we divide this thing by a square, then a square by a square, that should be 1 minus, then you got x square by a square. Okay, so you got 1 minus x square by a square can be written as x by a whole square. This is your outside is reduced. Okay, now tell me what you replace here so that you get a formula. So obviously if you replace x by a, as sin theta or cos theta, then you get a formula. So suppose we assume x by a as sin theta, then you got x equals to a on that side, so you got x equals to a sin theta. This whole thing is for our understanding. Why we consider this substitution? For that. Okay, hope you understood. So to set the formula, firstly make the constant 1, and after getting constant 1, then think which formula you will able to set. Focus on that only. Okay, so when you divide by a square, then you get format like this, and you can see if you replace x by a as sin, then you got 1 minus sin square. If you replace x by a as cos, then also you get a formula. Okay, so suppose we replace x as a sin theta, it means you got x equals to a sin theta. So our calculation will start from here on. Okay, so that you can see here, let x equals to a sin theta, then you can go reverse step. So you got x by a equals to sin theta. So from that you can write theta equals to sin inverse of x by a. So now whatever you assume, this is your assumption. Okay, so replace that assumption in your equation. So you got in the next step tan inverse of x, that is a sin theta. You can see here a square minus a square sin square theta. Okay, so you can see you got a square common, so outside is root, it means you got a, so that a you can directly cancel also, and you can directly write this step also. But you can see here a sin theta, a square common, then you got 1 minus sin square theta. Is the thing is there. Now root of a square, that will be a, and a will be cancelled out. So you got tan inverse of sin theta and 1 minus sin square. What is the formula? Cos square. Now you can cancel this a. You can see. So you got sin theta and root of cos square. We can consider positive root. So sin over cos. Sin over cos. And sin over cos. What is the answer? Tan theta. So you got here tan inverse of tan theta. Now both are inverse of each other, so we can write answer theta. And what is theta? You can see here what is theta. Theta equals to sin inverse x by a. So that should be our answer. Okay. Next question. Write the following function in the simplest form. Okay, before we start this question, firstly we will see the formula of tan 3 theta. Okay, this is the formula of tan 3 theta. 3 tan theta minus tan cube theta over 1 minus 3 tan square theta. This is the formula that can be used here. Okay, now to use this formula, see the denominator. What is required here? 1 is required. Okay, how can you get here 1? When you divide whole this thing by a cube, it means divide numerator and denominator by a cube. Divide numerator and denominator by a cube. So what you get? Firstly think over that. So 3a square x over a cube. Okay, so you got 3a square x over a cube. So what you get? A square cancels, so you got only a left in denominator. You are dividing by a cube, it means you got x by a whole cube over, same way a cube by a cube, that is 1, minus 3a x square by a cube. So 1a cancel, it means 1a cut out, so you have left here a square. It means you got like this. Okay, now you tell me when you will able to set the formula. 1 is there, 1 is there. You can see 3 is there, 3 is there. Now here you have left. I am going to write here what is left in denominator. 1 minus 3 x square by a square left. So I can write it as x by a. Just I wrote the denominator. Why? Because we want to set this kind of formula. 1 minus 3 tan square theta. 3 tan square. It means here we need to set 10. It means what should be our assumption? X by a equals to tan theta. That should be our assumption. X by a equals to tan theta. Then what can we write? X equals to a tan theta. We can write x equals to a tan theta. So this will be your substitution. So our calculation will start from here on. Okay. So for this particular question, you need to remember this formula: 3 tan theta minus tan cube theta over 1 minus 3 tan square theta. Okay. So now replace this your assumption, or we can start with this one. I am going to rub this. This is just for your understanding. Okay. So let x equals to a tan theta. So from this a on this side, so you got x by a equals to tan theta. So tan function on this side convert it to tan inverse, so we get tan inverse x by a equals to theta. So now this is your assumption, x equals to a tan theta. So replace that here. So just you can see here, I have just replaced x equals to a tan theta here. So a square into a tan theta a tan theta whole cube, a cube minus 3a into a tan theta whole square. Okay, so when you simplify this one, this is here it will occur, sorry, here a square into a, so a cube, a outside cube is there, so you got a cube. Same way here a cube is there. From here on you got a square, so a square into a, so that should be a cube. Okay, just in the next step simplification is that a cube outside from numerator, and what is left? 3 tan theta. A cube outside, then what is left? 3 tan theta. A cube outside, so tan cube left. Same way a cube outside, so you got 1, and a square and 8 means a cube outside, so what is left? 3 tan square theta. So this a cube and this a cube got cancel out, so we get 3 tan theta minus tan cube theta over 1 minus 3 tan square theta. You can see, and this is nothing, you can see here, this is nothing but tan cube theta. This is the useful formula. No need to write this formula in your calculation. This is just for understanding. Okay, so what is the answer? You got tan inverse of tan 3 theta. Both are inverse of each other. So in the next step, what you get? 3 theta. So you got that is equal to 3. What is theta? Theta you can see here. Theta, that is tan inverse x by 8. You can replace that value here. So 3 tan inverse x by 8. Okay. So this way you can solve this question. Okay. Next question. Find the value of each of the following. Two questions are there. Tan inverse of 2 cos of 2 sin inverse 1 by 2. We know the value for this 1 by 2. What is the value? Sin 30. Sin 30, that is 1 by 2. It means we can write here pi by 6. So 2 as it is, and sin inverse of 1 by 2. Sin inverse of 1 by 2. That is pi by 6. So you got 2 pi by 6. 2 got cancel out. So what is left? 2 times cos pi by 3. So tan inverse of 2 cos pi by 3 cos 60. What is the value? 1 by 2 cos pi by 3. What is the value? 1 by 2. So here you get tan inverse of 2 and value of cos pi by 3, that is 1 by 2. So 2 cancel out. So you got tan inverse 1. And what is tan inverse 1? Pi by 4. So answer should be pi by 4. Okay. Same way. Right now this is known value. Suppose this value is unknown. Then you can assume this as theta and you can solve that question. Okay. Simple question is that tan inverse plus cot inverse. Angle is also same. This is complementator formula, tan inverse x plus cot inverse x. What is the answer? Pi by 2. You got cot pi by 2. Cot pi by 2. Cot pi by 2, that is cos pi by 2 over sin pi by 2. Okay. So cos pi by 2, that is 0. Sin pi by 2, that is 1. So this one is 0 and this one is 1. So 0 over 1. What is the answer? 0. Okay. Question number 30. For this question, if you remember the formula properly, then you have directly formula for this. Here one bracket is missed out. Here bracket is missing. Okay. So sin inverse of twice x over 1 plus x square. What is the direct formula for this one? 2 times tan inverse x. Same way formula for this. What is the formula? 2 times tan inverse y. So here you got, here also bracket is missing. So tan of this 1 by 2 as it is, sin inverse of this one. This is your question. And the next step, you can see this two formula I am going to use here. Cos inverse of 1 minus x square over 1 plus x square. What is the answer? 2 times tan inverse x for this. Instead of x here, y is there. Same way, sin inverse 2x over 1 plus x square. Direct format is there. What is the formula? 2 times tan inverse x. So we can use both these formula here. So we get tan of 1 by 2 sin inverse twice x over 1 plus x square is replaced by 2 times tan inverse x. Same way, this one is replaced by 2 times tan inverse x. Okay, so you get 2 common, you can see you get 2 common, and that 2 got cancelled with this 1 by 2. So you got tan of tan inverse x plus tan inverse y. Okay, now addition formula for inverse. Addition formula for tan inverse. What is the formula? Addition in numerator, tan inverse of same sign with same sign, tan inverse of x plus y over 1 minus product of these two numbers, 1 minus x into y. It means we get tan of tan inverse of x plus y over 1 minus x into. Okay, we use the formula for this. Okay, so now both are inverse of each other. So what should be the answer? X plus y over 1 minus x into y. That should be our answer. So if we know the formula properly, then we can easily solve this question. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, then like it, share it, and subscribe my channel KT Math World for more videos. Thank you.